Welcome to my review of Yesim, an eSIM provider that promises unlimited data, calls, and text with no contracts. Today, I'll be sharing my experience using Yesim's eSIM service in Tunisia, and I'll walk you through everything you need to know. First, let's start with setting up the Yesim eSIM in Tunisia. The process was surprisingly easy. I simply downloaded the app, selected Tunisia as my destination, and followed the prompts to install the eSIM. The entire process took only a few minutes, and I didn't have to deal with any physical SIM cards or complicated activation steps. Once activated, I tested the data speeds. I was initially skeptical because many eSIM services can be hit or miss when it comes to coverage in certain regions. But to my surprise, Yesim provided consistent coverage throughout the areas I visited in Tunisia. The speeds were reliable enough for browsing, streaming, and using social media without interruptions. I never experienced any slowdowns or service drops, which was a huge relief, especially when navigating new cities or relying on mobile maps. Stay connected anywhere with Yesim's unlimited eSIM plans. No limits, no contracts, just fast, hassle-free internet. Travel freely, stay online effortlessly. This and many other useful links you can find in the description. One thing I really appreciated was the simplicity of the pricing structure. Yesim offers a variety of plans depending on how much data you need, and there are no hidden fees. You only pay for the data you use, and once you reach your data limit, you can easily top up or switch to another plan. It's transparent and easy to manage. However, one drawback I noticed was the customer support experience. While the app itself is user-friendly, when I had a technical issue with activating my eSIM on one of my devices, it took longer than expected to get a response from support. The team eventually resolved my issue, but the response time could be improved. That said, once the issue was fixed, everything ran smoothly. Another thing to keep in mind is that Yesim's coverage is not always as extensive as some local providers in Tunisia. In some remote areas, I noticed a slight drop in coverage, but for the most part, the service was solid in major cities like Tunis, Sousse, and Hammamet. If you're planning to travel around Tunisia or spend an extended period in the country, Yesim is a solid choice. The convenience of eSIM, combined with unlimited data and no contracts, makes it an attractive option for frequent travelers. However, it's important to check the coverage map and ensure the service meets your needs, especially if you plan to visit rural areas. That wraps up my review of Yesim in Tunisia. Overall, I'm impressed with the service for the price, but there are a few areas, such as customer support, that could be better. If you found this review helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more tech reviews. Let me know in the comments if you've used Yesim before, and what your experience was.